Hi guys, it's Elaine here, the Animal Reiki Lady. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. It's good to see you here. Today's video, it's not a reading, but I have something extra special for you. I get so many messages. You guys know this both email and also through comments on the different videos. I get so many messages from people who are in pain, and my whole goal with this channel is to help people heal from that, to help them with the help of their animals, with the guidance of their animal companions here and on the other side, to help them overcome some of that pain that is absolutely paralyzing. And so that's what this video is about. I have a little technique I want to share with you today for any of you who are experiencing that level of grief. But first, excuse me, for those of you who may be catching a video for the first time, and there's lots to go back and look at if you choose to, but for those of you watching me the first time, my name is Elaine. I'm an animal Reiki master. I teach people how to make deep spiritual healing connections with animals, and I actually help people heal with the help of their animals. And that healing often comes after they have crossed to the other side. And it is one of the most painful experiences that we can go through. Having been there myself, having 3 of my senior dogs cross, 2 within a week of each other. So I understand, and it's my animals who have opened this unexpected door for me to be able to share with you healing and to be able to bring messages from the other side and to let you know that there's nothing to fear, that there is a way to manage our grief and cope with the situation and come out better people for it on the other side. So that's what I want to share. The most recent message I got, and this is the kind of message that I receive, is that the pain was unbearable. People use words like agony, that they wish they could turn back time, guilt, remorse, overwhelming grief, that people don't understand. And I want to let you know that I do understand it. And there's a couple things. A lot of you guys probably don't know this about me. I'm a retired HR executive. And I came from the corporate world where I was a type A anal retentive control freak. There's no other way to describe it. And it's only been through practicing with animals that I have been able to let that go. And they've opened so many doors for me. But the reason I bring that up is because as an HR rep, there was no such thing as what do you call that? Bereavement leave for animals. We had it for people, but not for animals. And for some people, our animal companions are the closest member of our family that we have. They are the ones who show us unconditional love, who understand us, who get us like nobody else does. And our employers don't understand that level of grief, and they say unfeeling things like it was just a dog or get over it. It's time to move on. We get all those things. And okay, I admit it, those words left my mouth at some point in my HR career. Never again, guys, because I completely understand. Here's what causes it, some of the reasons that cause it. A loss of unconditional love. When we have another living thing in our life that loves us like nobody else does, like doesn't care about our gray hair, doesn't care about our bad habits, doesn't care if we ate the wrong thing, doesn't care if we don't put makeup on, doesn't care about wrinkles, doesn't care about anything. They love us despite anything that we would hold ourselves accountable for, anything that we say might be our faults. Our beautiful animal companions don't see it. They just love us just the way we are. And that loss of unconditional love, I think more than anything, causes that feeling of unbearable agony. And we'll come back to that in just a second. I wrote down, you guys know I always take notes and I do automatic writing. Before I begin any video, I go quiet. I ask animals, angels, guides to come to me and share with me some information they would like you to know. So the other thing is physical intimacy, right? My Winston, you guys have seen this picture before. My Winston would snuggle right here, and he would snuggle in right on my shoulder and hug me and love me and have such a look of genuine love on his face when he did it. There's nothing like that physical feeling of your animal. And I call it physical intimacy. And I mean intimacy because they love you in a way that nobody else can. That little snuggle-up-a-kiss is what I would call Winston. Gave me such a feeling of physical joy when he would hug me. And then that complete understanding. Uh, our animal companions get us. They are our soulmates. They just seem to understand us like nobody else can. I don't know about you, but I know about me. We are so unique, and there's so much about me that I don't share with anybody else. And my animal gets me. They get me right to my very core. And that loss also, and I'm going to shift the word loss in a minute, that loss is also, it's hard to replace. And we don't often know that we want to replace it. So here's the message that I have for you. I have a message and I have a technique that I want to share with you to help move past some of the unbearable pain, help you turn back time, literally turn back time, and get past some of that guilt. So one of the things I try to do with this channel is prepare people to manage the grief. And how do you help your animal cross in a peaceful way, and how do you make it a time when you both can cross? And that's one thing. But when it's already happened, you can't prepare, but you can go back and rewrite it and revise it. You can go back and heal a situation. And if you're ready for that, that's what this video is about. Okay, so let's see. What's the first thing I want to share? Oh, first thing I want to share. They're yours forever. Just because they've left their physical body does not mean they're gone. I use the analogy all the time. Steam, or ice, water, steam. It's all H2O, just in different forms. Our animals, for a reason that I have yet to fully understand, do not get to share our entire lifetime with us. But part of it is that I think we are meant to bring more and different animals into our life as we evolve and as we change and as we grow as people. But where was I going? Oh, if you feel that your animal companion was your soulmate, they are always your soulmate. They are with you forever, literally forever. They don't ever leave you. And it's not just a, they don't ever leave you, dear. It's a, they don't ever leave you. They are with you all the time. They are by your side. Their spiritual energy is with you all the time, in your heart, in your mind, in your soul. Some people can actually see animals who have crossed to the other side. But I'm telling you that if they are your soulmate, they're your soulmate forever. And you can maintain a connection with them. You can create a connection with them. In fact, if you would like to connect with them, then you want to watch this video. It's however it loads onto YouTube. It's going to be here or here. I feel like the scarecrow. You're going to watch this video on how to connect with your animal on the other side, and you can actually speak to them in a spiritual way. But this is about healing the situation that you went through. They're yours forever. They will always be by your side. They will always be your spiritual soulmate. Please don't forget that. That they are yours forever. They are meant to be with you forever. Sometimes they come back to us. I've done videos on reincarnation. Sometimes they will show up for us in other places, in the eyes of other animals, in a song. And there's so many ways that they reach out to us to let us know that they have not left us. They're yours forever. And we can work through any pain that may have happened as a result of their loss. I know that's one reason that they leave sooner than us. They want to teach us not to be afraid. They want to teach us that there is nothing to fear. There's a beautiful crow flying to my patio. Hello, sweetheart. Oh, I wonder if I can, you won't be able to see through that window. But he comes to my patio for his morning peanuts. We'll get to that. Maybe you just heard him. He's out there asking for breakfast. How funny is that? Okay. So they never leave us, and I got distracted. How do you heal the situation? All right, let's talk about that. How do you actually heal the situation where you have felt guilt, remorse, or unbearable pain as they were crossing? So there's a couple things to do. I call it spiritual revisioning and spiritual revision. And you can practice this every night. I recommend doing it as you fall asleep. As you're going to bed, it gives you something to do and allows your mind to begin the healing process as you sleep. So the first thing to do, step one, is forgiveness. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful things that you can do. Forgive yourself, forgive your animal for crossing. That's what I had to do with Winston. I had to forgive Winston for leaving me. Forgive any other humans that may have been involved. Forgive the veterinarian. Forgive everyone. Forgive God. Forgive everyone. And I do that by just Ho'oponopono is the way I do that. And Ho'oponopono video I'll put up right here for you too. It's a practice where it's a Hawaiian practice where you say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. It's that simple. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. In fact, Ho'oponopono means so much more than that. It means, in the translated from Hawaiian, it is to make something right with nature, extra right with nature. Like it's when you say pono pono, it's doubling it, making it feel even stronger. To make something completely right again is Ho'oponopono. And the spirit of it is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And you repeat it over and over again until you really get a sense, a quiet sense even, of forgiveness. Then the step 2, that's step 1, forgiveness. Step 2 is a gratitude. Allow your mind to think of something that made you so happy and so grateful for your animal companion to be part of your life. Whatever it may be, any little thing. Like I love the example for me, it's Jack. And Jack drinking out of the toilet still makes me smile to think about Jack being a toilet drinker. So bring whatever that is to your mind. Let your heart fill with love, fill with gratitude for your animal companion. If the tears come, it's perfectly fine. Cry away. Cry as much as you want to. But practice forgiveness. Go into a state of gratitude. Let your whole body be filled with love for them. No matter if the tears flow, love heals. Just let your heart fill with love, and then in your mind, rewrite whatever happened. So if it's something that you're feeling guilt for, if it's something that you wish you had done differently, if it's something that you wish you could turn back time, if it is something that caused you so much pain, just kind of start to rewrite that in your mind. What would it look like differently for you? And fall asleep with that vision in your mind. Then there's one more step that you can do. You can do this when you wake up, or you can do it any other time of the day. I want you to sit down and rewrite, literally rewrite. Pick up a journal, pick up a notebook. This is just a notebook. Pick up a journal, pick up a notebook, and rewrite the way that you would have done it. Just write it out. How would I have done it differently? What would I have done different? How might I have changed this? In my mind, the perfect way that Samson would have crossed is, or I would have changed this. I've done that for my Bailey. Bailey's crossing was traumatic. This was many years ago, and it was long before I practiced animal Reiki and long before I understood my real connection, my heart-to-heart connection with animals, my soul connection with animals. It was long before I understood that, and Bailey's crossing was traumatic. And I rewrote it. I rewrote it into a beautiful way, as if I'd actually handled it that way. And every time I think of Bailey now, I first go to that. I revisit the thing that happened in a completely different way. And I forgive myself. And I open my heart so full of love with Bailey that I can see her so clearly, so happy. She had a really thick tail, and I could just see that tail. It was a weapon. I can see her beautiful tail wagging so hard and loving on me so hard. And I feel her forgiveness of me and the situation. So that's what I would do, guys. This is what I recommend. Make it a practice. It's something that you can do to help yourself heal, to help yourself overcome the grief, overcome the guilt, overcome the pain, spiritual revisioning. Practice forgiveness. You can do it in a couple easy steps. You can do it just like this. You don't have to go into any kind of deep meditation. You don't have to wait till bedtime if you don't want to. Do it right now. Practice a moment of forgiveness. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Picture something like Bailey's tail wagging, whatever that is. Feel gratitude. Let your heart fill with love. Let the tears flow if they may. Go into your book and write down exactly what you would change. And think about that. And then thank them again for sharing this with you, for being your soulmate, for helping you learn, for helping you become a better animal companion to whatever animal may come into your future. because I believe they do come back to us in different forms. And I believe that there are animals out there who could benefit from our love if we can help ourselves overcome the pain and the guilt. Okay, my friends, that is it for now. You guys know some of you have already joined School of Animal Mystics. If you're feeling called to really explore this in a deeper way, come join me in the School of Animal Mystics. I always put the link in the comments. If you really want to go deep and you want to learn Animal Reiki, my classes fill up pretty fast, but they open every 8 weeks. There's a new class. Or if you want to come study with me in person, Colorado or Florida, several times a year, that's where I am. But for now, I hold you dear in my heart. I want you to know how forgiven you really are, how loved you really are, how every animal is here to support you. And until the next video, may the animals light your way. Take care, friends.